Happy birthday to 32-year-old Lerone Murphy turns 32 on Fight Night. Happy birthday, Lerone. He's got a tough as fight coming up against Joshua Culibao, and it's absolutely my favorite fight on this card coming up this weekend. Matt, listen.
Let's get into it.
So these are two fighters that I had absolutely no clue how they're going to fare in the UFC. I didn't think all that highly of Lerone Murphy. And for Joshua Culibao, like moving up a weight class against Jalen Turner, it just didn't make any sense. At this point right now, Murphy 4-0-1 in the UFC. Culibao is tidy 3-1-1. And I've gained such an appreciation for these two guys. Because for Murphy, blending the skills together is when he's at his best. For Culibao, you keep it striking, pretty damn good striker. And you saw it for Culibao his last time out against Melzik Bogdasarian. It was the opposite. He was getting outstruck from distance. Bogdasarian slips on a kick. Culibao jumps to the back, gets the submission, and it is over at home for Australia's Culibao. So an awesome win there his last time out. Split decision win before that over Sungwoo Choi. Had him on skates in the first and second round. Dropped him multiple times. Culibao really coming into his own right now out of Igor MMA. And if you look at it for Murphy, long layoff before his last fight against Gabriel Santos. Wasn't due Gabriel Santos. He was due England's own Nathaniel Wood, who's fighting higher up on this card. Wood out due to a leg injury. So insert LFA champ Gabriel Santos. And I picked Gabriel in that fight. And I'm still kind of salty about the result, but Lerone Murphy gets the win. It's a split decision win, and now he gets to move forward, taking on Joshua Culibao. And again, if these two guys are at their peak powers...
Oh, we have a great fight.
We're just outside. This isn't like 16th, 17th ranked guys at featherweight, because those guys are coming up later on. But these two guys are knocking on that door, and they're very, very good martial artists.
And that's why this is such a fun fight, because for Culibao, I liken his run at lightweight to like Josh Emmett, right? Josh Emmett fought Desmond Green.
Featherweight.
But Josh Emmett fought at lightweight. He fought Desmond Green and Scott Holtzman. Didn't look like the guy that we see at 145, but luckily, to his credit, when he found the right weight class, we have really been able to see him at his best. For Culibao, I do liken him in a similar degree. I think at 145, he probably knows that too. Like 145 is his weight class. I love his power shots at this weight class. I do think it's easy to get carried away with some of his submission acumen when he's able to get it down on the mat, but when this guy's able to really land his hooks on people, especially up against the cage, I like Culibao as a pressure fighter, and that really is how a lot of his fights come down to. If he's the one backing up, it doesn't help him go for as many takedown attempts because he's somebody who loves to blend those big power hooks in with his own offensive game. But for Culibao, he's not just like a basic wrestler. He's not just going to get the takedown attempt and kind of hold that one position. He does have good submission ability, and like you bring up, we saw it in his last matchup. I like his ability to take the back, but Lerone Murphy's an interesting case, right? Like, he himself is quite well rounded. He's not just going to get absolutely mopped on the mat by a guy like Culibao. So that's where, I'm really curious to see who shoots the first takedown in this matchup. Like, who is going to be uncomfortable enough on the feet to feel like, okay, I have to change the dynamics of this fight? Because I think Murphy, with his steadiness on the feet, is going to be able to have some success. Culibao, for as great as the power shots are, and as much as I want to talk about them, he's not like a Max Holloway who's really going to throw that jab in your face, go to the body a ton, and throw his combinations. So Culibao, with his more power-oriented style, I think he might at least struggle on some of the in-betweens.
Culibao's got really good volume. Both of these guys have really good cardio for the featherweight division, and both guys can struggle in some wrestling exchanges, but to their credit, they're both pretty good grapplers. So again, for Murphy, it was the layoff coming into the fight against Santos. He gets the change of opponent. Got a little bit out-wrestled in that one against Gabriel Santos.
Why are we not seeing him fight Nathaniel Wood this weekend is my question.
And we'll see how, because Andre Feely's got that number. You look at a fight like this, so these two guys are very, very good fighters. Lerone Murphy is the slight favorite. We have a look at the Topology votes. Surprised us there to you. They've been kind of all over the place this week. I'm going to say over under 70% Murphy.
I think they'll be over.
The fans like him. It is over. 827 total votes. 82% Murphy. 79% by decision. For the 18% that have Culibao, 68% by decision. This fight, in my mind's eye, is very close. The odds reflect that. And I have a hard time making a pick on this fight. Honest to goodness, I do. Because for Culibao, if he can pitter-patter on the outside, blend in his kicks like he always does, he adds that extra layer of depth to a guy like Lerone Murphy. So it's a hard pick for me.
It's a really closely matched fight, and I think that's why a lot of the Topology voters have it going to decision. Personally, I think it is going to go the full 3 rounds because both guys are so steady with their game plans. I am leaning Lerone Murphy, though, and the reason I say that is I do think the steadiness of his striking game is a little bit different. Culibao, yes, his volume is good, but a lot of it is more of those hooks. Yes, the kicks are very good. I think he's going to struggle really getting some of those kicks off while he's trying to set them up. I think the jab of Murphy's going to give him some trouble.
And it is a tough one, but I think somebody left this here. It says Murphy versus Culibao, and they took the time to close this envelope.
How do you feel being the carrot top of MMA predictions, Craig?
It says, heard it's your birthday. And it also says, Matt, milk it for all it's worth. Hope your day is utterly awesome. And you can see it right there. My pick is Lerone Murphy. The carrot top of MMA strikes again, Matt. Both of us going with Lerone Murphy to get the win. Toss a like on this video, would you please? And carry it forward because the next one on this card, Paul Craig is taking on Andre Muniz. You're not going to want to miss it. Keep locked in with Fight Night Picks. We always say, let's get into it.